4 weeks, and then she goes back to New York and starts law school. And she's had many adventures along the way. She was the lead singer in her rock group that was around for about 10 years or so, called Sister Helen. And I'm really glad she can sing today, and thanks so much for coming. And I want to thank Angie for suggesting it. So thanks. She has many fans here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for being here on this Saturday morning, afternoon. For me, it's morning. And thank you all for having me. I've been in Oakland for a year now, almost exactly. I've been in Piedmont Gardens for 3 weeks, staying with my grandparents, and before that with Milu the dog. And when I first arrived here too, I was staying here and I met some of you then, so it has been very nice to be present in this community in an auxiliary capacity. And I enjoyed playing the Hootenanny concert, and some of you heard me sing a song at the Hootenanny concert in the language Ladino, or Judeo-Spanish, which some of you already know. It is a variety of Spanish, or a language that grew out of medieval Spanish. In 1492, Isabella and Ferdinand declared that all the Jews had to leave Castile, leave Spain, leave Sepharad, and go somewhere else. Many of them went to the Ottoman Empire, Turkey, Greece, the Levant, the Holy Land. The Sultan at the time was Bayezid II. He said, he was remarked to have said, people say this Ferdinand is a wise king, but I say he's a putz. Because he's deprived his kingdom of its most precious resource and strengthened my own. So out of this tradition of people leaving Sepharad and still speaking their various Spanish and Portuguese dialects came the Ladino language. And I'm going to sing a few songs in Ladino before I move on to other parochial languages like English and so on. Put this on receiver. All right. The first one, very popular wedding song, for reasons that will become increasingly unclear. And I'll sing it and then I'll give you the translation. It's called Morenica. Morenica mi me aman, yo blanca nací, y del sol del verano me hice ansí. Morenica, graciosica sois, tu morena y yo gracioso y ojos pretos tú, tu morena y yo gracioso y ojos pretos tú. Morenica y mi me marineros, si otra vez a mí me aman, yo me voy con ellos. Morenica, graciosica sois, tu morena y yo gracioso y ojos pretos tú. Morenica y mi me ama, el hijo del rey, si otra vez a mí me ama, me voy con él. Morenica, graciosica sois. Tu morena y yo gracioso y ojos pretos tú. Tu morena y yo gracioso y ojos pretos tú. Morenica means the little dark girl or the little Moorish looking girl. And so the Morenica tells the audience, they call me Morenica, but I was born white. It's the sun of summer that made me this way. And she says, Morenica is what they call me, the sailors. And if they call me that again, I may just go with them. Morenica is also what the son of the king calls me. And if he calls me that again, I may just go with him. Which is why I'm not sure why this is chosen as a wedding song. But every time in response, the refrain is a male suitor replying, Morenica, you are lovely, you dark, and I lovely, and your eyes dark. Let's see. That's an old song. I think that is from Spain, and it got taken to the Ottoman Empire, so it's almost pre-Ladino. And the next one I'm going to sing is very new. It's from the 30s, which was the last decade that there were Ladino-speaking people in Greece, thanks to the Holocaust. But this is a Greek song that was given Ladino lyrics, and they're very contemporary, and they talk about some of the fear of the time, and it's called 100 drachmas al día, or 100 drachmas a day. 100 drachmas al día tomo, ya te puedo mantener. 100 drachmas al día tomo, ya te puedo mantener. De tu madre no la como, amon, 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 que me quiero detener. Fuiremos de la pena porque yo ya sé ganar. Fuiremos de la pena porque yo ya sé ganar. Vamos a la Palestina, ay, amon, 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 para no nos robinar. Vamos a la Palestina, amon, 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 para no nos robinar. Ve corriendo a tu mamá, hazle la proposición. Ve corriendo a tu mamá, hazle la proposición. Quiero solo una cama, ay, amon, 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 que es la consolación. Quiero solo una cama, ay, amon, 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 que es la consolación.
Wow.
That goes. Thank you. 100 drachmas a day is what I'm earning.
Yeah.
With that, I can take care of you. I don't want to eat out of your mother's hand anymore. I want that to stop. Let's flee from the sadness, because we can make a life now. Let's go to Palestine so that we will not be ruined. Go running to your mother. Tell her of my proposition. We only need one bed. That's the consolation. Let's see. I have 2 more songs in Ladino. I'm going to save one for the end because that I can play on piano. But I'd like to invite my grandfather up here, the renowned cajon player.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little experimental.
Yeah, we'll see. This is also a list of recipes for eggplant. Is this song. It's apparently from Greece, or from Crete, I think, actually. But for the sake of time, I'm only going to give you 3 recipes for eggplant. All right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2. 7 modos de guisar la berenjena. La primera que la guisa es lavada de Elena. cuenta que la guisa es la mujer del Shamas, la que vaca por arrientro y la hincha de aromat. Esta comida la llaman la comida dolma. Esta comida la llaman la comida la dolma. A mi tío c'era así, a quien le agrada beber vino. Con el vino, 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 mucho y bien a él le vino. La tercera que la guisa es mi prima esterriquiote, la que vaca por arriento y la hinch de arroz moti. Esta comida la llaman la comida almondroti. Esta comida la llaman la comida almondroti. A mi tío c'era así, a quien le agrada beber vino. Con el vino, 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 mucho bien a él le vino. Otra vez. A mi tío c'era así, a quien le agrada beber vino. Con el vino, 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 mucho bien a él le vino. Gracias. Mi abuelo. 7 ways to cook eggplant, or in this case 3. The first one is the specialty of Elena. She cuts them up into little pieces, puts them in a meal. This meal is called La Comida Merengena, which I translate as eggplant schmeckplant. The second person who cooks it is Shamas's wife. She stuffs it with fragrant rice. This meal is called Doma. Doma, that's right. The third meal is my cousin Esther of Kyoto. She stuffs it with a different kind of rice, arroz moti, and that's called the almondrote. I think it has fruits and nuts in it, I'm not sure. And in response to all of this, the refrain is dedicated to my uncle, Cherasi, to whom it is agreeable to drink wine. He drinks the wine, 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 plenty of it, and he's fine. Right. So I'm going to move on from Ladino songs for now, and instead I'd like to play a medley of songs in a few other languages with the help of my trusty Lee Oscar in G minor here. So I'm going to be moving from coldest to warmest. We'll start in Norway, and we'll head to the steppes of Ukraine. Then we'll go to Coney Island on a winter day. Then to Edo in the 19th century on a spring day, Edo, Tokyo. Yeah. And then we will head to Afghanistan, to Flukia, the nondescript, unmapped region of Flukia, and finally to Italy, in the throes of the Risorgimento. So, let's see, back a bit, how's that? Is that loud enough?
A little closer to the mic.
Långt in på ville vär och vind, där dök den vila såen visste kortje ut helin. Han dök hos veiv och drev der och leina tog fram. Med storm och huvudrasa och lite mat han fann. вітер широкий, сидить вітер завива, додолу вербіх невисокий, хорами чию підійма. Sing along if you know the words. It goes, Bei mir bist du schön, bei mir hast du rein, bei mir bist du eine aus der Welt. Bei mir hast du Glück, bei mir hast du it, bei mir bist du teurer von Geld. Viel Scheine meidlich oben gewollt, mit mir warf unser soll legen, hach ich hinter dich. Bei mir bist du schön, bei mir hast du rein, bei mir bist du eine aus der Welt. Mochme manachs mayo brayama, ramano mas mayils bramik, rabana shamo khurma ropara vena malera, mohamazuna marail labrich, o hamarail smanavul brayasna, hamalo mayanashil branoch, brao mas yezamani namragoemo starim malachanela marul branol, malona hamanel, umachayna sonala barrabel. Margama hasmiyah rumanamils, o hamarai sorala, pranal, pranalach mayasil, amargomais bayol, marhemana ismaila brayol, o malakim sanamaikiana barrol, achomai nanomil. چشم سیاه داری قربانت شو من خونه کجا داری مهمانت شو من زلف سیاه داری قربانت شو من خونه کجا داری مهمانت شو من سر دست شوق شورم رایت قربان چشم سیاه داره قربانت شوم من زلف سیاه داره قربانت شوم من E seppellire lassi in montagna, bella ciao, 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 e seppellire lassi in montagna, siete l'ombra del bel fior, e le genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao, 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 e le genti che passeranno mi diranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore di partigiana, bella ciao, 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 questo è il fiore di partigiana, morta per la libertà. E questo è il fiore del partigiana, bella ciao, 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 e questo è il fiore della partigiana, morto per la libertà, morto per la libertà, morta per la libertà. Thank you. Those were in order. The lost lamb in Norwegian, Revetastone Dnieper Shiroki in Ukrainian by the poet Taras Shevchenko. By Mir Bis Du Shem. Who wrote By Mir Bis Du Shem?
Shalom Secundo.
Shalom Secundo, that's right. A Ladino surname, in fact, although the song is in Yiddish. Sakura, the Edo period classic from Japan. Let's see. A song of my own composition in the fluke language. Let's see. Am I skipping one? I don't think so. What?
The last one, Italian.
Well, yes. First we had Farsi, Cheshme Siadori, which is in the Dari or Persian language of Afghanistan. And then finally, Bella Ciao, the partisan anthem of Italy. I think that was all of them. And now, con permiso, I'm going to move to the piano.
Con permiso.
Con permiso. Is that okay with all of you?
Yes.
Permiso.
Helen, right?
This here so I don't lose it. Oh, the mic needs to move too. Oh, I
What?
have the mic. All right. Does anyone here mind if I sing a few more originals? The song in fluke is mine, but otherwise I've been singing all folk songs so far. Thank you, Grandma. So those were all songs by other people in other places, and this is a song by and about me in a place that I call home and I'm returning to shortly, which is Brooklyn, New York.
Yay!
Yeah, this is a Brooklyn song. New York girl, New York night, heart that's ready for love in a body that's ready for fight or flight. Brooklyn kid, let me in. It's like an ocean in this New York rain, and I've forgotten how to swim. The city births its brood. The city wises up its kids. The city pours its noise into our butt right ears. So how come it feels as quiet as this on a New York night? To be a New York girl on a planet that is just New York, on an ocean around the world. Femme fatale, what you do to me? What's become of you? You're a living thing. You know that love has power, but you also know that love helps those who help themselves. So you keep a knife in your underclothes, and I will watch you from the safety of your sheets. And as you take the last thread off the knife, clatters to your feet. You know this love is like an extra instant before the train doors close. I fall into the subway car with you, and I'm carried where no one knows. You know this love is like an ancient secret that's always been with me. Sheba and Sarah reading through the Torah, saying I recall this differently. Femme fatale, oh, I guess you make me sing. But what's become of me? Am I a living thing? Whoa, whoa. I'd say the water of life was in the tears you cried, dead at the moment that I realized that there was nothing that I wanted to hide. Ooh, just like the water that the rabbi walked on, thick as the Gowanus Canal. I could be floating on a dead, dead sea and still be living for my femme fatale. Femme fatale, what you do to me? The granite underneath becomes a living thing. Femme fatale, what you do to me? The water underneath, it's under everything. It's under you and me, my femme fatale. See, I have a couple more. They're a bit more, bit lighter. This one is a love song to, wait, no, let me save that one for a little later. This one is about a trip I took with my grandparents to China, and my impressions of that. And it goes, will there be, no. Yes, there we go. Will there be Chinese tourists in heaven? Will they gawk at the wonders arrayed? Will they smile and nod and congratulate God on all the good things that He made? Well, I've been to the Forbidden City, and it made me feel weak at the knees, just to stand in the tracks of imperial hacks, still clutching their college degrees. And I had to admit it's a great wall. Must have took a great people to build. Yeah, it took a great people straight out of their homes and got 20% of them killed. And I've read that states all fall asunder, cleave together and get back to work. Likewise, every vacation must come to an end. So when I came again to New York, there stood towers of imperial splendor at the harbor to welcome me home. And it's so nice to know that wherever you go, all the airlines lead straight back to Rome. So call it the summit of human endeavor, call it the power and glory sublime, call it the mandate of heaven, whatever. Just call it something before it declines. I think it's hateful to be so ungrateful. Wait for the bombs and the blitz and decay. I think it's better to love all your ill-gotten goods before they're ill-gotten away. Will there be Chinese tourists in heaven? Will we gawk at the wonders arrayed? Will we smile and nod and congratulate God on all the good things that He made? Well, I live in the New York City, and I live in a very nice way, and I'm so happy it was made for me, and I know it was built at a price that I never could pay. Thank you. I wonder if there's a permanent fix to it.
Do you have any idea?
Do you know how to fix that, John?
No,
No?
we've had these problems before.
Why we don't get a
It's
new one?
cheap.
Beat the hell out of it.
Yeah,
It is
that's
tight.
I have a better set of pliers at home.
Ooh.
At home. Well, for the next poor sap who gets up here, I guess. This one's a folky little love song to a mushroom. There we go. Well, I just met Chanterelle, and I plan to know her well. She was growing wild in the pine trees when I found her. In the woods the light tells lies, so it's hard to believe my eyes. But I'd swear that there was a fairy ring around her. A dead flower and a broken shell, Chanterelle. Chanterelle, you smell like soil, and your eyes are dark like oil, and the squirrels make liquor from your perspiration. Well, you wear your fancy frills, and you fill my heart to the gills. Is the feeling real or just a hallucination? I have fallen under your spell, Chanterelle, but it's just as well. I don't mean that I've got nothing better to do. I just mean that I could forget it forever with you. Chanterelle, can't you be kind? You are driving me out of my mind. Are you pining for the pines that once did hide you? Does the city clog your pores? Are you sick of life indoors? There's a sadness in the spores you hold inside you. Well, the city's home to me, but Chanterelle, if you want, we'll leave. I don't mean that I've got nothing better to do. I just mean that I could forget it forever with you. Thank you. I have one more original and then one more song in Latino. Does that suit everybody?
Yeah.
This is my Bay Area song, more specifically my Oakland song. more specifically my Piedmont Avenue song, and it is called Chapel of the Chimes.
Oh.
See, it doesn't start. What key is it in? Yeah, see. All of your life, what you have left, trapped in a moment that won't open to the next. Caught in a blink, stuck between breaths, nowhere to go and no idea what to expect. And I know you've been here and you've been out, and now you're back here and it's like you were never free. And I know I can't believe it for you, but I believe it and I'm with you, and I'll stay here until the moment falls away. See, and the sun is sinking, why don't you come to bed? I know what you're thinking and it's poison in your head. See, and the fog is lifting, drifting beyond the bay. You'll see it all green in clover, the world that you thought was over. It's just a momentary spasm of the mind. Hand on your heart and it's thumping. Ring in the year at the chapel of the chimes. I guess it had to be something. All of your life you have assumed, if you want space you'll have to carve it from the world, like you would touch a leaf from the branch, hold it alive for a time, but you know that it can't last. And you're turning me over in your fingers, thinking that while the feeling lingers it's alright, but I'm not going anywhere tonight. See, and the bells are ringing, bringing the day to end. Follow the years behind me, and you will know where to find me. I'm in the orchard, growing apples of my eye, folding up my apple dumpling. Ring in the year at the chapel of the chimes. I guess it had to be something. I guess it had to be something. Time is all the things that happen all the time, always arrived, always coming. Ring in the year at the chapel of the chimes. I guess it had to be something. I guess it had to be something. And when you wake up, there's so much to do. I've asked the morning to wait up for you. When you wake up, there's so much to do. I've asked the morning to wait up for you. Darling, wake up, there's so much to do. The day is forming and it's just for you. Honey, wake up, there's so much to do. The day is forming and it's made for you. Mama, yo no tengo viso, pájaro como los mavis, rubio como la canela, blanco como el yasemin. se nido adentro de mi corazón. Asentada en mi ventana, lavorando el bastidor, a ver nuevo me trujeron que mi amor se desposó. Desposate, mi querido, confiticos me enviarás, comeré con amargura, también con mucho llorar. Comeré con amargura, también con mucho llorar. Gracias a todos. Thank you all very much for being here. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has about any of their songs to the best of my ability. And it's been lovely being in Oakland. Thanks for having me.
Helen, you have to hit all the nightclubs in New York.
Everyone?
Just go and sit down at the piano and play. Or do karaoke, so that they hear you.
I'll do something.
Or you can get an agent, you can send a recording of yourself.
You'll be a lawyer.
Get a list of the agents.
You're gonna be a
Have a
lawyer.
grandfather do it.
Be a lawyer first.
Be a lawyer first.
I guess I can do a brief question and answer here if anybody has questions.
Helen, how many languages did you sing today?
Oh, good question. Let me do some arithmetic. The question was, how many languages did I sing today? So English, Ladino, Yiddish, Ukrainian, Persian,
Japanese.
Italian, Japanese, and fluke. So eight languages.
How many do you speak?
None.
English, maybe.
I speak English. I've been told I speak English okay. At the end of this month in Guatemala, maybe two, we'll see. I do also know some Turkish, so in the last song, which is Ladino, there are a couple Turkish words. I've never seen the bird with blue eyes. Ojos mavis, mavi is Turkish. Or haber nuevo me trujeron, they bring me news. Haber is Turkish.
Dolma.
Dolma is Turkish, that's right.
Ah.
Dolma, it means to stuff in Turkish.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's very impressive.
thank you.
Well, honey, we wish you luck.
Thank you.
But
I wish you all
are
luck.
unique.
Mazel tov.
Come back and sing again.
I will.
I want to thank
Come
you
back.
for sharing your beautiful music with us.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And we hope that you'll come back and do more for us.
Absolutely.
We
And
welcome
be a
you.
celebrity. It's a treat for us.
Yeah, sure
It's a treat for me too.
Thank you for by me.
I can't do it at the same time. Oh, thank you. I trust